All right, Daytona week is behind us, and we are now at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is week number 2 of the NIS Open Series, top split on a Thursday afternoon. And a good afternoon to you. Chris Scala with you on For Racers Only TV, and we welcome you into the 1.54-mile Atlanta Motor Speedway, where it is pretty warm. A little cloudy, but a little warm here as we get ready for 27 cars going around for 100. Of course, I just went brain dead in my head on the amount of laps. Carry the one. Should be, I think it's, wow, I just totally lost it in my head. Anyways, I'll do the math later. I went to school in Florida. There's my excuse. But we got a great field of cars in this race. I see I ratings from 7,000 to 6,000, 5, all the way down to about 3,100 being about the lowest. So real good field of guys here in this race. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for the race. Daniel Roper, 27.396 second lap. He will start on the pole. Nicholas Shelton will start on the outside of the front row. Tyler Sifford, Jake Nichols, he'll be in row number 2. Logan Clampett, Jason Stout, row number 3. Jason Miller, Sean Powell, they'll be in row number 4. Row 5, Alex Bergeron and Joshua Hanner. So far, the first 5 rows, I got to say, the names are pretty simple. As I say that, Aaron Maspero, he'll start there on the inside of row number 6 alongside Jonathan Smith. John Walker and Robert Perlis there on the outside of row number 7. Row 8, Carlos Francesca, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and Robert Mitchell. Row number 9, Aaron Waddell and Kamanrik Little. Aaron Waddell, I remember last week's race at Daytona. Michael McLean and Martin Backer will be there in row number 10. Row 11, Tim Phillips, Tanner McCullough. Row number 12, Jake Forster and Alan Bajari. Also, Brad Miller, Harry Tiller there, row number 13, and Aaron McEachern going to be the last row. Going to make a couple adjustments here real quickly on the screen, so don't mind me. Just for today, I got to hit a button. Let's do that button right there. Okay. Not using my steering wheel and stuff today, so I'm setting up my keyboard basically to do all the work when it comes to the muting and unmuting, which is pretty much the only button I need really outside the steering wheel. All right, I did the math. 156 laps. There we go. Did the math in my head. And I'm probably still wrong. We'll see. Anyways, it's a little shy of 250 miles, 248.5 or something like that is what I read earlier in the forums. And according to the forums, they say I look for a loose setup here today. Let's see if these cars were able to work on them as we go green. Race 2 of NIS Open. Green from Atlanta. That was close. 162. Off turn 4, the battle for the lead. Shelton, Roper, and Roper leads lap 1. Let's see what I've been anticipating this whole race. The second groove, maybe the top groove going to work. Roper's already up there and not going to work as he almost loses it off of 2. Shelton going to go to the lead. First lead change just like that. And Shelton already starting to pull away. That Haviland car. Yeah, Jake Nichols there in the 4th position behind Logan Clampett. They're already working their way to the high side. The 14 car, Tyler Sifford, Sean Powell there in the 6th position. A lot of cars moving to the top already. Good side-by-side battle here. Got the 23 and the 19. Mitchell at the 23. It's Fonseca, I believe is how that's pronounced there. The 19 or 3 wide already, the 25, and Robert's like, really, dude? You gonna put me in the middle? Mitchell McLean making moves in that Superflow Days of Thundermobile. That's actually a battle back at about 16th position. Racing all over this track. The 5 up there on the outside. This is up at the 9th position. Alex Bergeron, John Walker, Jonathan Smith, all these guys here in a battle. The 18 falling back a little bit on the high side. Knows it's pretty early here. Lap number 4 of 162. Shelton starting to pull away. Already got 1.2 seconds over the 2, or of the 3 of Roper. And the hardest part about doing these NIS races is learning names of people really quickly. Thankfully, I got telemetry on the left here that can help me out with stuff. A lot of these names not involved in the top split last week. As I'm looking over at the list of names, let's see. Jason Stout's one I remember from last week. That might be the only one I see here. Waddell from last week, he was there. So 2 names from last week's Daytona race, which had a lot of signups at this point. And actually the race this week only had about 110 when it was over with. Good fighting here, the 12 and the 14. That's Sifford falling back to 8th. Jonathan Smith going to go by him. Nice little cluster here of cars. They dive it off into turn 1. As you saw in practice, for those who are watching us, I'm working on the picture a little bit. I know it's not the clearest thing in the world. As I went back to Twitch last week, I was on YouTube. I thought, I was like, let me go back to Twitch and see if the picture's still okay for when I was over here broadcasting before I lived in Indiana, and apparently it's still not the clearest thing in the world. I'm going to work on it, and I got some friends I can go talk to if needed, and they'll get me back hooked up. And we'll get this picture cleared up, but hopefully you can at least enjoy it. Just a good little fight back here. The 5, the 14, the 18, and the 8 is now in the picture also of Jason Miller. The one-up motorsports car there. Shelton's got about a 1.2 second lead, 1.3 second lead on Roper. You got Logan Clampett back there about a second and a half or so. All these cars spreading out. There's your battle for second starting to heat up. As we are 10 laps in the books already, these tires are really going to start to fall off here. We later into this run should be able to go 50 laps or so on a tank of fuel, but when it comes to tires, who knows? You might only go about 35, 40 laps or so when it's all over with. Clampett putting the pressure on, but not able to get around him. Meanwhile, look back here. Here's a mess for 5th. Starting with the 10 of Sean Powell. Jake Nichols there in the 4. Nichols going to lose that position to Powell as they go highline racing. The 11 back there, Jason Stout. Walker's in here, Bergeron, Smith, all these guys in this battle. That's what makes Atlanta that cool of a track to run. I'm looking forward to it Sunday. Oh, one car off the pace going to pit road. That is Jason Miller, the 8 car. Not sure why he's in. The 16 coming off of pit road. Tana McCullough with a unscheduled pit stop. Looks like his car's clean, so I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think these would be penalties after 13 laps. Not sure Miller they're getting, or Miller getting 4 tires fueled. He's going to take off. So strategy maybe. I doubt it. It's pretty soon to be pitting. We'll have to. Anyone spectating the race and listening to me, feel free to update me if you know something I don't know. Back to that battle for fifth. It's a feisty one. Far as all the high line kind of starting to raise up as the fast one grew. Now everybody's kind of working their way back to the bottom. Not sure if that's just part of, if that is the fastest way around and noticing the high line's not there yet, or what the deal is here as I say that, as Nichols goes up to the top side. We ride with Nichols in the 4. Let's watch him up here as he's struggling a little bit. Engine sounds kind of weird. I don't know if that's something with me, but the steering wheel's not even moving either, so that's interesting. $17 laps in the book. There's the 5. Bergeron going to go outside of Nichols. I just mentioned a high line not working. Yeah, I'm wrong. Outside going to work. Meanwhile, up here in the lead, there's Nicholas Shelton. He's gone. 2.5 seconds over the 3 of Roper. Logan Clampett back there in the 3rd position. There's Clampett. That's actually a lap car there. And here's Clampett under attack. The 10 of Sean Powell has caught him. Clampett in the SRA number 1. Sean Powell in that 10 looking pretty solid. He's going to go by. Here comes the Crown Royal number 18. John Walker. Not often do you see a Crown Royal car with the name of a guy that actually is the name of another drink. John Walker. Or Johnny. Interesting. Walker's going to go by for 4th, knock Clampett back to 5th, and he's got others coming. The Dogecoin will be number 5. Bergeron. Fastest lap of the race, surprisingly, is the leader, 27.807. And he continues to be the fastest car on the track as I look at most of these times. Right there, pass for 4, a pass for 3rd to 14, going by the 10, or 18 that is. John Walker started back in the 13th position, and he has worked his way to the front. Up to 3rd already in all green flag laps here, 22 laps in. Looking over at the 27 drivers, combining their iRating all together for those curious. Looking at 4,050. The average iRating for all the drivers in this race. Again, the weather, I mentioned 86 degrees, mostly cloudy. Track temp today sitting right at 100. So yes, that track is slick. Back here, the 5, the 4. Clampett back here with the 6. Every single-digit car in the field pretty much in this pack, except for Jason Stout. And the 11. Oh, Logan getting loose back there in 2, saving it. Turning it all kinds of sideways. And unscheduled stop for Michael McLean at a 25 now, too. Let's go back and watch the save by Clampett. He was holding on for dear life. Watch him through 1 and 2 here. 7 out high groove, back in, decides, hey buddy. It's already been in the wall, it looks like. And he's able to straighten it out and keep it going. But he has fallen back a lot. There goes the 9, the 14 going to go by. Clamp it back to 14th and tanking back quick. And look at this little battle here. The 13 and 26 is more smoke. Is that Clampett spinning now? Clampett has spun it around. No caution yet. Oh, he's backed into the wall now. No caution on the track. And this is the part of the race where everybody's like, what, no caution? Really? Let's see how this happened. Clampett goes into turn 1, and that back end just comes sliding around. He's trying to hold on. I think it's net coated by another car. Great job keeping off. More cars coming out pit road to 26 and 17. Apparently 30 laps is all people are going to go, as we got pit stops happening here. You got the Watford car of Tiller coming off pit road. Harry Tiller, the 26. The WatfordHendrickCars.com. The soccer club Watford. I only know that because I've been watching them a lot lately myself. The 3, the leaders on pit, or the second place car on pit road, a Roper, 4 tires fuel. That's going to have to get Shelton on pit road here pretty quick, I would think. Oh, and maybe a speeding penalty for Mr. Roper there. He's sitting. And now he finally leaves. Now the eye is on the leader of Shelton. Let's see when he comes to pit road. And like I said, he's going to have to come any minute now, or he's just going to keep going. Here comes Roper now. You'll see where the fresh tires will come into play here. He's going to blow his doors off. Walker still has not pitted yet. Nichols, pretty much the top 18 cars now have not been on pit road, so only a select members of the field here have pitted. Names like McLean, Smith, Tiller, Waddell, McCullough, Roper, Fonseca, and Forster, and Logan Clampett has taken his car behind the wall. He'll finish last. Either that or he's, it still says he's here, so never mind. He might not be out of the race yet. But some of these cars talking to each other. And Shelton going to come to pit road now, the leader. They didn't want to lose too much time being on the track with the older tires. That'll hand the lead to John Walker in the 18. Shelton overshooting his pit stall just a little bit. Right side tires going on. And there's the lefts. And he gone. And there's your new leader there. Walker takes it into turn 1 right now. He's got about 3.6 seconds back to Jake Nichols. Come on, Rick Little, the number 7. He's third. Sean Powell. And Aaron Maspello. Walker still yet to get that first pit stop in. Otherwise, most of the guys have been to pit road. About 11 cars still yet to pit, and 3 more on. Jake Nichols to pit road now. So Nichols there on pit road in the 4. You see him. He's going to get 4 tires and fuel. All the green flag pit stops now. Lap number 35. Maspero on pit road. Little on pit road. Sifford's on pit road. Now the best case for Walker is to get a caution here. He could put some of these cars a lap down and going to get those 4 tires under caution, but it's been a good green flag run so far. We'll have to see how this is going to transpire. As there's Walker there. .36 laps already in out of this 162. Just to show you the difference on tires, last lap for Walker, 30.5. Let me look down and find Shelton, a 28.2. So about 2 seconds difference between the leader and the first car that came off pit road with fresh tires. As right now Shelton's up to the 6th position. Hello, Baseball X13. There's your leader. Let's take a look and see where everybody else is. There's the 25. He's going to unlap himself. That's McLean. He's 9th. 27. That's Aaron McEachern. He is back in 24th. And right now he is scored 2 laps down, so he's going to try to come unlap himself to get 1 lap back. As more cars come to pit road, including Walker himself, the leader, coming down pit road. Let's see how much time he loses. This will hand the lead to Robert Mitchell in the 23, who's yet to pit. And you got Tim Phillips there in the 15. Four tires, fuel, and he gone. When this is all done, it is going to go back to Shelton being the leader. Now, another benefit here for the 18 is he's going to be on fresher tires. He's going to have those tires that 10 laps ago, 5-10 laps ago, others were pitting. He's going to be able to make up some track position here if this stays green for a while. So 1 car yet to pit, and that is the 23 right there of Robert Mitchell. And when he comes to pit road, that'll hand Shelton the lead. All these faster, fresh-tired guys blowing up by him. The 19 going to go by. As Phillips on pit road now, so just 1 car left to pit. You're seeing him right there as he's only about 0.8 of a second from getting his doors blown off by Shelton. Here he comes there in the 2. So there's the pass for the lead officially right there. Not a bad strategy to try, especially if he can get a caution right now, because then he'll be in 2nd, and most of these leaders are going to come right back to pit road for tires. Seventeen cars on the lead lap right now. First car lap down at 22. You see him right there, the big gut beer guy of Alan Pajari. So we're going to do what we can here. Let's take you through who's running where. There's Nicholas Shelton. He's led the 33rd lap now out of 44. He is your leader. As Mitchell's on pit road, there's your second place car. Way back here, Jonathan Smith. So 9.1 seconds back there in the 12. He is in second. As Mitchell comes off pit road, there's Tanner McCall. He is still a lap down. McEachern a lap down. Becker a lap down. Forster a lap down. There's Jason Stout. He is your third place car. Stout the 11. About 6 seconds back from Smith. About 15 seconds back from the leader. There's Jake Forster 2 laps down. Miller 2 laps down. Back to Danny Roper, 4th position. And he tried to catch the 11, but also under attack as here comes Jake Nichols. The 4 going to go by him for 4th. There's Jake right there. About 17 seconds back from the leader. Come on, Rick Little. 17 seconds back from the leader, about to go after Roper. There's John Walker. He talked about the time that he lost. He's now 19 seconds back, but again, he's got the fresher tires. You see him, he's actually one of the faster cars on the track now. And this gaggle of cars. Got Tiller in the 26, the 5 of Bergeron. Waddle's in here. And also the 6 of Joshua Hanner. Haven't mentioned his name at all. But this is back at about 0.46, make that 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So we've been clean and green for the first 50 laps of the race. And it's been a Nicholas Shelton show. I mentioned earlier the I rating average about 4,000 or so for the field. I look over at some of the ratings here. Highest I rating in the race is actually Logan Clampett, who is back in last. He is 7.438. And your lowest actually is McEachern, who's at a 31.96. So really good to set a field of rating here, as I was talking about earlier. There's the 18 going back underneath the 4. I talked about the fresh tires the 18 had. He just made the 4 look like he's standing still. And just like that, Walker is up to the 4th position. And he is the fastest car on the track. But the problem is he's about 16 seconds back. He's coming up on Jason Stout here. This is going to be for 3rd. So it's kind of like a game of cat and mouse here. You got the cars that pitted early to get the fresh tires, but then when you see a green flag run like this, the cars that wait and get tires, here they are now blowing the doors off those who pitted early. And they got to take advantage of those tires now, because they're going to come right back to pit road about 8, 9 laps from now. You're going to see the guys who pitted early back on pit road to get those tires. But John Walker up to the 3rd position. And he's actually coming up on 2nd place. Smith right now, this is about to be for 2nd right there. Got him. The projects of Atlanta Motor Speedway right there. Is Jake Nichols off the pace in the 4, I believe. He's going to come to pit. Yes, I heard somebody hit the wall. I'm looking at the front end. I think I know who it was. So the 4 going to be the first to come to pit road out of the leaders. He's got heavy right side damage. Well, he might be there for a little bit. Look at some of the racing back here. I want to go back to Abano for the 4th position. There's Joshua Smith into 12, and he's actually lost that spot to Little. He has gone by him, and I think Josh is actually going to come to pit road right now. The game's just continuing on with pitting when you're going to pit. Tiller, the 26, the Watford car. I think he was on pit road like 10 laps ago. He's back in. See Nichols still on pit road as the 12 leaves. 26 going to pull out. So these guys going to get tires early. Daniel Roper, the only car I can see here that's went the longest so far. Him and Forster are coming up on lap number 30 of their stint here on tires. Let's go back to the closest battle on the track, and it appears to be back here at about the 7th spot. I should say was for the 7th spot, as Aaron Mospello's battled with Tyler Sifford there in the 14. Sifford trying to catch him. As Roper now on pit road, as I mentioned. There's the poles that are in. 4 tires, fuel for the 3. Well, I'm trying to keep up with everything going on here with all the action on the track. Everybody pitting. We're going to get to a point where everybody's pitting every lap. And don't tell me another speeding penalty for the 3. Is that there for some extra time again? Oh, look out. 3 wide. Cars splitting each other everywhere. And you see where those fresh tires just take off. Wow. We'll go back to this 21 of Maspero. Him and Sifford. This is your best battle on the track as I'm looking at differences in times. Should mention Little has gone by Stout for 3rd. And John Walker's knocked off 4 seconds from the leader. It's down to 11 seconds now from what it was 15 last checked. From Walker to Shelton on those fresh tires. You can see it up there on the top of the screen with who's running where. For those who have just joined, you haven't missed much other than a lot of pit stop and a lot of passing. 4 lead changes so far, no cautions. We've been clean and green. First 100 miles here. Bugsy 2832, how you doing? Well, you're going to see the difference in tires here. Look at this car on the outside. I mean, the best strategy I can tell you now is if you're running NIS this weekend is if you see Wreckfest happening, pit early. If you're going to see a green flag run like this, stay out as long as you can and get those fresh tires later. Especially if you got a good handling car. If you don't, then don't do it. More pit stops happening. The 10 of Sean Powell is in. Also the 6 of Josh Hanner. Going to see 4 tires and fuel for these guys. There goes Hanner pulling away, and Powell going to pull away into 10. Good stops for both. So we'll see how these guys work on the fresh tires. Three cars out of the race so far: Nichols, Perlis, and Clampett. Otherwise, 24 cars still left on the track here as we reach 100 miles. Shelton working on his 34th lap on those tires. So looking at all the shuffling of positions here. Good fight. Back here, looks like not, the 5. As I'm still trying to, and I'll show you how I'm looking at things here. I'm trying to figure out, I look over at this telemetry box I have. And basically I see who's running where and how, and I'm still learning it. Seeing who's running where and how far they're behind, and that's how I'm kind of using who's battling where. And that's what I'm just trying to go find it. As it said there in chat, Maspero did move up to 3rd there. As a matter of fact, Shelton is on pit road now, the leader coming in. And he is leaving 4 tires fuel. And that's going to hand the lead to Walker. Now let's see how long Walker stays out this time on the tires before he comes to pit road. Maspero going to go to 2nd. That's going to move Smith up to 3rd. As a matter of fact, there goes Walker going by now to put him a lap down. There's a little more than 4 on the lead lap, just with pit stops. It's only 4. Wait till they get cycled back around. Oh, look out. Walker getting a little loose. And one car slow on the front straightaway. That's 16, I believe that is. Make sure I'm not missing somebody else going slow. That looks like who it was. It was the 16, but he's going back up to speed. Somebody was way off the track. Well, you can tell I haven't broadcasted much in a while. Trying to catch up with all these things that are happening. Holy cow. That's what happens when you're a one-man show. Completing lap number 70. And there's your leader out of turn 4. It is Walker. He's making lap number 31 now on his tires. Shelton running in 3rd right now. That's going back to the whole cars in the lead lap thing. The leader, at the time he pitted, is 3rd after a pit stop. So 23 there. Mitchell running back at 19th, going to lap himself as they look. I would say right now you have 4 cars on the lead lap. Little being the first one to lap down back in 5th. Now once he comes to pit road, he as in Walker, I would say there's going to be at least 16 cars on the lead lap again. But what Walker kind of wants right now is that caution so they could trap everybody a lap down. Got a good little battle going on for 9th. Let's go check this out here. The 11 of Stout is in this. If I can find his name, it will go to him. There we go. I mentioned there's a good battle. Here's Stout going by. The 6 and the 26. Tiller and Hanner there. All these guys, this is a battle back for the 9th, 10th, and 11th positions. You know, if you're somebody that's watching for the first time, you can hit the follow button there, and then make sure you join us next Thursday. As again, we will follow the NIS Open's Top Split Series each and every Thursday afternoon. long as work don't get in the way. Work comes first. We'll be here. Send your friends on over if they like watching the NIS stuff, or if you got friends who are a part of it. All that good stuff and more. Send them over. Sean Powell makes a move back there. He'll go past the 26 for 10th. Walker still on the track. Maspero's still on the track. Let's ride with Maspero. How much he is rolling out of the throttle and how different it is from somebody on fresh tires. Actually, it's a Saturday is a doubleheader of the Xfinity and trucks, and then Sunday the Cup race. Yeah, I've been over on YouTube. I was doing some stuff there for the first couple weeks, and then decided to come back here as I want to work on more of the picture and stuff, as you see, and I'm just more used to Twitch than I am YouTube. I am going to move the videos to YouTube when done, but just more used to this. Plus, I can see how many viewers I got and talk to people more. It's easier for me. Well, I'm not covering them here. I'm just saying when the races are. Everybody on just different tire strategies now. It's almost like a practice session now, the way it's all shaped up, because people are on different tire strategies everywhere. So back here, Tyler Sifford to 14. He's running at 11th right now. Started up towards the front. He's actually in a little battle with Tillers. He is going to take the 10th position away from the Watford HendrickCars.com Chevy. As we are hitting the halfway point next time by, and we haven't had a single caution yet, which is kind of shocking. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a fixed one or two. Let's see what kind of feedback I get. Just depends on timing, too, with me and my work schedule and stuff. This race, actually, right here, specifically, is the most convenient for me. Because I'm running Sunday nights myself. Most of the time, I'm going to run Sunday night NIS fixed. As Walker is now on pit road, so that's going to cycle everything back around to Shelton. There he is, 4 tires and fuel, and he pulls away. So Shelton's going to move to the lead. It's going to move Little up to second. Jonathan Smith will move to third. And let's see where Walker comes out. As caution is out. Oh, talking about bad timing. Looking for it. Looks like the 19 maybe. Oh, right there, contact with the 13. He's going to go sideways. The 13 is going to go sideways, and they go grow into mass. Well, how about mowing the grass? Pardon the pun, but he rode the grass pretty well, it looks like, in the 19 car. Look at the car. You'll see what I'm talking about. As that's going to bring the first caution out. Watch it again. Bam, right there to 13, just kind of runs him over. That's Aaron Waddell there in the 13. Hey, I was trying to make the race more interesting for you guys, okay? Don't blame me for the caution. So that's going to bring the leaders to pit road. All few of them. Eight cars on the lead lap, I believe, if I'm seeing this right. And Shelton's going to win the race pretty simple off pit road, pretty easily. There he goes. And he had enough time to get a hot dog or whatever. And some other cars going to stay out here. Alex Bergeron stays out. I wonder if he's going to pit and start in the back. Could be what you see there. Let's listen to some of the chat.
Good, dude.
It was going all crazy right before the caution. As soon as the caution comes out, it just completely goes back to normal like it's supposed to. So I don't know.
So the first caution goes out lap 84. And I'm still trying to...
Wait, why don't I get a wave around? We do, but we get it with one to go, so we can't pit.
So we'll see how this all works itself out. What cars are going to take wave rounds here? As I'm looking at some of the laps, since some people have been on pit road, I don't see many people staying out. I should see Walker staying out. He's been 3 laps on his tires. Maspero obviously about 3 laps on his tires, so he wants to stay out. Pajari, he just came off pit road, it looks like. To answer your question, Bugs, the pit window really, it just depends. Tire-wise, you can go probably, I would say 30 to 60 or 50 laps. Gas, definitely 50. But it's all about the tires now with this build, so I think if you're running NIS fixed or whatever you're running this week, I wouldn't even worry about gas. I mean, unless it comes down to the ultimate, like 50 lap run to the finish, then at that point you might want to save your tires. So I'm seeing this right. It looks like we're going to have 9 cars on the lead lap as we're going back to racing. And we'll go back this time by. We'll see who takes the wave around also here. Looks like 3 cars, at least 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of cars going to take the wave around. Looking up here at the incident points, too, I'm able to see that on the screen here. Not terrible. Some of the amounts I'm seeing. So, well, if you know for Racers Only TV, you know what we do on cautions. And, yep, we're going to do it again here. So sit back, crank your speakers up for this restart. And let's go wide open. Up, caution back out. Let's see if we can find where the caution is. But for those cars that just took the wave around, they just made money. It might be the 26 car here. Let's go back and look. Oh, yeah, right there. The Watford car. In case you don't know who Watford is, by the way, it's a professional football club out of England. They're in the Premier League. Let's see what happens on the restart here. 26 just kind of hanging back a little bit. Comes out of turn 2, and he's going to play pancake with the wall there to 16. Oh, he's trying to hold on. Oh, he's swatting flies and loses it. And Braitman stops. And that's going to bring the caution out, it looks like. There's a good friend of mine, David Fishaw. He said, cautions, breathe cautions. Well, he sings it, but you know what I mean. So caution out for the second time. And a lot of cars going to get back on the lead lap as I look over here. Miller on pit road, Powell's on pit road, Forster, Mitchell, and Tiller. And you're now going to see officially, well, it looks like 14 cars up on the lead lap now, at least. So again, next Thursday we'll come back here again, 2 o'clock Eastern Time from Las Vegas, race number 3 of the NIS Open Series. We will be here for that. Also, I'm trying to work on an A Open or something like that, trying to get that on the air too. I just haven't decided when, but I'll definitely work on some fixed stuff too. I just got to figure out what timing will be good for me to do a fixed race. I'm actually going to step away for a quick second here. If you guys need to refill your drinks or whatever you got to do, I'll be right back. Alright, back IR. Arnold Palmer in hand and all. Not the golf club, but the drink. So here's how we stand right now as we go back racing here at lap number 92 as we'll have 70 to go. Shelton's your leader. Smith, Little, Joshua Hanner up to 4. Tyler Sifford, they'll restart 5th. Jason Stout, Bergeron, Miller, Walker, Powell. Jason Miller in 11th, Robert Mitchell, Jake Forrester, Harry Tiller, and Aaron Maspero. Those are the 15 cars that'll be on the lead lap. We were talking earlier about only 4 on the lead lap. How about 15 now? As we will go back to racing here at lap number 92. Shelton going to take off, and here we go. Yeah, 3 wide already back here. Taylor, the ping pong back there. We're spreading out everywhere back here in these cars in the lap down category. Actually, this is not the 11th place car. Robert Mitchell there in the 23. These cars all on the lead lap now, racing for the win. See if they can get back in that green flag form as they were just a few laps ago. Battle up here. It's for third. The 12 of Smith. The 7 of Little. The 6 of Hanner. All these guys here. The 14 of Sifford. 18 of Walker. Racing going on all around this 1.54 mile oval. All this behind Shelton. If you're new watching the race, we appreciate it. Make sure you hit that follow button if you are new. Just looking through some of the names here. Anybody I don't recognize. Actually, a few names on here I don't recognize, like A Old Dog. Appreciate you watching. High Life 2891. Mike Dean Ellis. Hey, I know who you are. Hi, Mike. Let's see. Paralicious. Portuguese Gamer 23. That's a cool name. The Closer 294. Mention hi to VA Baseball X13 and Williams 39, a.k.a. the Blue Goose. Watching us in the chat. Explicit Soul, check it in. Appreciate all you guys watching. Just getting back in the rhythm. As you know, it's only about the 4th or 5th race I've streamed since I've been back, and obviously I got some picture stuff I know I need to work on still, so you guys can pick on me for having a choppy picture or whatever, but give me time. It'll be fixed. But having some fun with the NIS Open Series here on For Races Only TV. As the 5 going to the outside of Little. Bergeron going to go to second. Smith going to go to third. No, we had the picture part okay. It was more the freezing up and stuff, which I got that issue too. The picture was crystal clear at one point. Now, last week I was over on YouTube and it was having all kinds of issues, so that's why I just went back to what I'm used to, which is here. So back here, the 18, looking good. John Walker. Yes, I know, Johnny Walker in a Crown Royal car. Makes sense, doesn't it? He moves up a position. There's the 14, Tyler Sifford. Little just going backwards, little by little. And 10 of Sean Powell back there. This is all behind Sheldon, who's got about a little less than 2 seconds on Bergeron. We ride with Walker. About 200 mile an hour into turn 1, running at about mid-groove. A little battle right here in front of them. Oh, look out. Snow cone car pushing him low. And Walker just like that, 5th to 3rd. The man on the move, crossover by the 6. Tanner says, I want that spot back. Walker's like, no silver. Good fighting all the way around the track. Let's look back here. This mess continues on. There's the 3 of Roper, the pole sitter. He's starting to wind his way back through the field here. He's going to go up to 5th. Actually, I stand corrected. Roper's the first car lap down back in 16th. Roper was doing a good job earlier. This is a battle for 5th, though. Smith and Powell. 14 of Stifford, all in this battle. Little's there. Very slick Atlanta Motor Speedway, the second oldest pavement in all of NASCAR behind the Auto Club Speedway, which still hasn't been repaved from the time it was built in 96. Of course, Atlanta was reconfigured and rebuilt back in 97. If you remember the old 1.522 mile oval. If you don't, go back and watch like a race back from the mid-90s, and you'll see how fun that track was. I wish I could run that in iRacing. How cool would that be if they had the old Atlanta here as an option? But, of course, it's impossible because you can't scan the track now. Battle for second continues on. Let's go up to that real quick. Look at this mess. Oh, 3 wide is Roper, the lap car. Oh, look out. He definitely wants that lap back. All these cars fighting for second. Shelton, he's gone. Like he is almost in downtown Atlanta. Gone. Good fight here for second. Good fight back here for 5th. Good fights everywhere back here for 10th. Tell you what, the man falling back is at 12 of Smith. He started up in second. He is back to 11th now. Make that 12th. Oh, I know I do. One will come eventually. As this battle continues now, the 5 and the 6 of Smith is Walker's gone by for second. This is a battle now for third with Hanna and Bergeron. Hanner holds on to it as they go to the high side. Here comes the 8. Haven't mentioned his name in a while. Jason Miller. He was one who pitted back at like lap 10. And all of a sudden he is up here on the lead lap in 5th. The one-up motorsports car. Reading at the 12 car might be saving. If so, that would be Smith, who's back in 12th. Probably said, hopefully, you would think he's saving tires. You don't have the fuel to go this far. But pretty much all the leaders here in this group of cars. They kind of got spread out earlier in the race. Now they're kind of grouped up together here. The 3 of Roper kind of protected himself from Walker. Caution were to come out now. Roper would be the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap there in 16th. So we are just shy of 49 laps to go. All these cars pretty much on the lead lap as Little's coming back here. You might have been saving his tires on the beginning of the run there. As he goes by for 5th. Come on, Rick Little. Let's move back here to the 10th position. Got some fighting going on here too with the 23 and the 24. Brad Miller, Robert Mitchell, just behind Stout there, the 11. Oh, a little hip check there almost. Miller in the 24 to 4C car, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Sorry, Mike, if I got that wrong. And yeah, the 12 of Smith on pit road. Appreciate the spotting there, baseball guy. Just looked over and noticed it. Sometimes it shows me, and it did show me, but I just caught it the last second there that he was on pit road. And look at this, the 25 car high, just coming flying through the pack here. Looks like he's been on pit road there, McLean. There's the 20 on pit road now. These cars getting all spread out. There's Sifford in the 14. There's the 10 of Sean Powell. He's coming up on the back end of the 5. Who's starting to fall back a little bit himself. Bergeron back to 6th. Oh, one car getting loose there off of 4. I think that was Sifford. Yes, it was Tyler. Tyler, a good driver. Enjoy racing with him when I get to. He's going to get blown by the 17 there. A Forester going by, the 24 going by. Then you got the 22, a lap car, Pajari. See how the 12 cycles around here. He needs this race to stay green now, because he can make it all the way on fuel. The question is, when do the leaders come to pit road and get those tires to go the rest of the way? That could determine everything, as most of these guys have gone about 30, 35 laps now on these tires. Roper starting to stretch it a little bit on the second place car, Walker. That 25 is just flying around the track right now with these tires. And here comes the 6 to pit road. He's going to be the first to make a move. And the 5 coming with him. So Hanner and Bergeron going to pit with 41 to go. Pit stalls literally across from each other. More tires, fuel, and what these guys do not want is a caution. And there they go, another car on pit road. It is the 22 of Pajari, who's a lap down as these cars join back in. Everybody going to move up some positions here. And there's the one of the cars to watch potentially right there, the 12. Look out, the 13 coming in. He might be on some fresher tires himself, but the 12 going to try to go on lap himself. And the 3, he got a little loose, and Shelton's on pit road. The leader's in. I've actually done that, not like highlight reels, but I've sent like races. Oh, Roper overshoots his pit. I've sent like stuff to people. I've got other things I have, like high school sports and stuff that I've done too. I got actually recordings of. If I may ask, why you ask? So the 2 has his tires and fuel. Now that's going to kind of set up everybody else. Walker's on pit road now. The rest of these leaders need to get to pit road now, or they need to pray a caution comes. Because if not, Shelton's just going to walk away with this, which some might think already he is. But Sean Powell's going to be the leader now. As we look for Powell, who is on pit road now. Oh, the 24 loses it. Brad Miller going through the grass. Unfortunately, that's going to be an unsafe entrance for him. He's going to get a penalty for that. A break for him. And the Apex car missing his pit stall a little bit. He's having all kinds of issues. Stout's on pit road. Sifford in. More tires and fuel, and these guys all pulling away, and that's going to leave the lead to Robert Mitchell in the 23. As he comes to pit road, I believe. He is in. That's going to hand the lead to Jason Miller. Here's Robert on pit road. Everybody cycles himself through pit stops. Here's Miller's now on pit road. That's going to hand the lead to Jonathan Smith. The strategy from earlier, we talked about the 12 car pitting early. He is now going to be the leader. Unfortunately, though, he's got Shelton behind him. And we'll see here in a second how far that distance is. It looks like it's about 3.3 seconds. Let's go up to the 12. There he is there. Nothing wrong with that. I will admit that, yes, I do have a broadcasting degree, and I do work in radio, not much as I used to. Unfortunately, had some things happen in Indiana that brought me to New York. I'm still in radio, but not as much, though I would like to be. I have done the sports stuff before, so I'm kind of experienced. I don't want to say I'm experienced, because it sounds like I'm arrogant then. I've done it before. We'll leave it at that. So that's your leader with 33 to go. Jonathan Smith, who used his pit strategy. However, the fresh tires are only 0.4 of a second behind him. You're going to see him right there. Shelton in the 2. By Felicia. Now, what Smith needs is a caution like now. And yes, you can write that down. Probably the first ever by Felicia you've heard in a chat for a race broadcast. So Shelton leads at 31 laps to go this time by. He's got about a second on Smith already. He's got 8.4 back to Walker, 8.6 back to Hanner, and about 8.7 back to Bergeron. So that's a 3-car battle back there. As caution is out. Oh, right on time as the 20 has spun it. Martin Backer. It brings out the 3rd caution. Let's see what happens. Oh, goes in turn 1, loses the back end. Tries to 4-wheel drift it through 1. Not going to happen, and he's going to almost back it in the wall. Oh, a couple cars scraping it up as they go around. Well, things just got interesting, I'd say. Most of these cars I'm looking over. Smith about 20 laps on his tires as everybody's coming to pit road. The leaders are in. Let's see who's going to win this race off pit road. Anybody going to try 2 tires? Doubtful. Because again, I look at most of these people for 8 to 10 laps and the race off pit road going to be Shelton. Smith is going to be second. The 18 of Walker. Hanner going to come out 4th. Bergeron going to be 5th. So, of course, things I'm working on, or want to work on, I should say. I haven't had a chance to really here the last couple weeks, but while I'm doing these NIS Open races, eventually I want to get to the point where I can talk to some of these drivers. And I can't while I'm outside the channel, obviously, here, but eventually if there's top split drivers or whatever that want to get involved, we could talk to them. If you know somebody or whatever, you can send them over and we'll get them in the TeamSpeak channel I have, and we could chat it up throughout the race. Who's Jordan? Talking about Malish? I don't think he's here. Is Jordan here? Yeah, Jordan's on this chat. That Playboy's not Jordan. Trust me. If there's anybody we know that would not go under the name Playboy beside me, is Jordan. Trust me. Or Richard. See? So make sure you do share with your friends about the stream for next Thursday. Again, 2 o'clock Eastern. We'll be back from Vegas. Race number 3 of the NIS Open Series. 134 laps there. At least I know the math there. 400 miles, or will be 200 miles when it comes to the half distance. Next full distance race, off the top of my mind, will be Charlotte, I believe, in May. That's true. I'll give you that too. So let's set up everything we got here. We're going to have 14 cars on the lead lap. Roper did not get the lucky dog. He is still a lap down at 15th. Brad Miller in the 24 got the lucky dog. He is 14th now. Otherwise, you're going to have Shelton and Smith, Hanner and Walker, Powell and Bergeron, Stout and Little, Forster and Mitchell, Sifford, Tiller, Maspero, and Miller. Your 14 cars. Shelton's going to bring him off turn 4, and he'll likely gas it early as he's been doing throughout the race. Hey, let's go wide open one more time. Let's try it again. I don't know who that was either, but he did save it. Nice save it was. I saw a car get loose off too. I think it was the 20. Nonetheless, there's your leader, Nicholas Shelton. 24 laps to go. The 18 up to second of Walker, Bergeron, Little, and Hanner. Well, let's face it, we all act like we're 12 sometimes. And racing back here. Look at this monster group of cars. 23 of Robert Mitchell in 9th. There with Stout going for 8th. Martina Sifford back there with him too. They working hard now. I wonder if somebody's saving tires a little bit here. You would think instantly you go hard here since you got 20 laps to go, but you know, you save your tires, you might be able to come back and get something here. Oh, you don't know me too well if you don't think I can pretend to be 12. Ever seen the way I act when I get mad sometimes on a track? I don't act 12. You kidding me? Shelton's lead about 7/10 over the 18 of Walker. Bergeron right there. Low, come on, Nick Little takes the wall down. Dr. Dre's not going to be happy with that lick to the wall. Sifford going to go by Little, so he's going to fall all the way back to 9th. Great racing everywhere here. Here's a nice three-car battle. Sean Powell's in here. The 12 of Smith. The 6 of Hanner. Smith restarted second. Shelton just kind of walking away with it a little bit. We come to 17 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Anything can happen. Battles. Other than this little mess back here with Little. Almost 3 wide, 4 wide, almost 2. This is all 4 position. Brad Miller's here. He's up to 9th. Little's in here. Aaron Maspero. Forster, Tiller, all these guys. It's a rugby scrum. I know Miller, I haven't said his name much. I know he made a mistake on pit road, but he's done a good job just kind of hanging back and let the race come to him. And here he is now in the 9th position. Started back in, I do the math here, 23rd, I think it is. His caution is out, 15 to go. Let's look for it. Danny Roper. The pole sitter's going around. Oh, this changes everything. Let's see what happens to him. Riding back here and at a time 15th. He gets loose in the middle of 3 and 4. Tries to catch it. Does a good job so far. Still trying to catch it. He finally just throws it in the grass. That's caution number 4. Well, there you go. Let's get back to the leaders and see what pit strategies we are going to have here, if any, which I'm pretty sure everybody's coming. Got some interesting stats here I'm going to show you in a second once we get done with pit stops here. Let's see. Shelton's going to easily win this race off pit road. The Dogecoin car is Doge tracking through pit road. And we are going to have some cars staying out. Jason Stout and the 11 has stayed out. Let the strategies begin. Now, I was going to share this. I went doing some research here while the broadcast's going on. Some stats on Shelton, as he has pretty much dominated this race for the most part. Let's go back to him here real quickly. And how dominant he's been in this race. He's led 116 laps in this race. And if you add that 116 to the current amount of laps he has led in 2016 oval races. This is his 61st start in 2016 official races, that is. And he has now led over 2,000 laps already. We're at February the 25th. So he has definitely done a lot of racing. And if he's able to win tonight, it would be his 407th oval win in iRacing officially, and his 41st this year. He's already won 2 Atlanta races this week. A Open and A fixed. So that just shows you what Shelton has done, let alone this year and this week, and the whole time in iRacing. Which would give him 399 more wins than me if he wins. Just saying. Well, it looks like Stout is going to stay out here. Not sure how the strategy is going to work. Stout actually has come to pit road. He's now 13th, so he did come to pit road. Yeah, and he's on the lead lap too, it looks like. That's interesting. So I wonder if the 3 didn't bring the caution out. Because he wouldn't have got the lucky dog in if he brought the caution out. But that's the situation. Daniel Roper now up in 12th as I'm looking right now. He's on the lead lap. Now up to 11th. We're going to go green. It looks like with 10 to go. We're starting to double up off of 2. And Shelton's going to lead. Walker second. Bergeron, Hanner, Sifford, and Smith. Here's where everybody's at right now. That's your second row. That's going to be your third row. There's your fourth row. All the way back. I have a feeling the race really just begun. They've kept it clean and green for the most part. There's been 4 cautions for 14 laps. And the racing is going to begin now as Shelton brings them to green. 10 to go. And a battle on for second, Bergeron and Walker. Oh, Walker up the track into Bergeron. And here we go. The wreck is beginning. Everybody, oh boy. 4 or 5 cars. Big junk. Roper's in it. Ooh, 25 plows in. Thought we got away from Daytona. And it's all going to start back off of turn 4. Let's just watch the whole restart. The 18, I think, clips the apron. Here's another question. Do you come back for tires now? You've run 5 laps. There's the contact there with the 5. And he's going to go spinning in front of the field. The 12 gets a piece of it. The 24 clobbers him. The 3, I think that's a 17. One car goes Danica through the grass. 25. There's at least 6 or 7 cars in this. I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to go back and find. I want to see the car that went Danica. That would be this guy right here, I think, the 23. Let's watch this. And if you watch the 500, you know what I meant about Danica. There's the right. Oh, wow. All right, it wasn't him that went Danica. This might be your Danica nominee right here. This is the 13 of Waddell. As I'm looking up at telemetry, nobody's pitted. Oh, Arca, look out, look out. Oh, this is going to be good. Whee! Well, there you go. Tough break for all the cars involved. But this is going to shake up the field now. As Joshua Hanner now moves to second. Sifford's going to be third. Jonathan Smith, who's got damage now in the 12, he's fourth. And none of these cars coming to pit road. I would come to get tires. Why not? I mean, the worst you're going to finish is 12th, it looks like. 11th. And some cars coming to pit road here. Looks like 23, he's got damage. Yeah, it looks like most of these cars that pit are damaged, so. Yeah, next Thursday we'll be back for Vegas. Feel free to come on back and watch at 2 o'clock. We'll go on about 1:30 and watch practice a little bit, and hopefully I can get the picture a little cleared up for you. I'll be running Sunday's NIS for those who are curious. As the tallest man around is in the room, boys. All those damaged cars down on pit road. So we're going to get 1 to go with 4 to go. But we'll get the green, I should say, with 4 to go. And looking at the telemetry. Looks like we're still going to have 15 cars on the lead lap. A bunch of them damaged, but they're still there. I was talking about Shelton a little bit ago. He won the Atlanta race and Open A race on Tuesday, and then won the Wednesday night A fixed. Started on the pole for both of those races. He did not run NIS fixed last night, so just looking at some of the stats here. So if he gets this win, though, 407th iRacing official win. Like I said, that's like 399 more than me. I only have 8. Which then again, I don't run officials a lot other than NIS. Here we go, pace car off. Shelton going to take him to green. The 5 going to get a jump on the outside. No, not so much. Good restart for the 2. At 12 at heavy right side damage. He's going to be kind of slower. And we're at the point of no return, which I still think they should call that line net in the NASCAR races. That should be known as the point of no return. When they cross it, it's over because there's no return back. A little bit of smoke out of it, too. I thought he broke loose for a second there. How about the 26 of Harry Tiller up to 5th? The Watford car. For those soccer fans, I actually have enjoyed watching Watford a little bit. Gotten to learn the game a little bit, too. Oh, I hear wrecking. Either that or an engine blew, one of the two. Looks like I just heard noises. 2 to go. Half a second. From the 2 back to the 6. Snow cone car looking to throw some ice up on the 2 to try to spin him out or something. Other than that, unless something happens, Nicholas Shelton on his way to another checkered flag, white flag out. Final lap. Good race back there for about the 5th position. Well, it's going to be his 3rd Atlanta win of the week, his 407th iRacing win as Shelton takes the checkered flag in Atlanta. Race there for 4th. That's Maspero. That's actually for 5th. Outruns Roper. That's a good. And there's Shelton doing a 4-wheel drift. Well, there's a lot of things I could learn from him, I guess. Anyways, but great race. Fun to watch in the end. Let's take a look at the summary real quick. Shelton wins it. 14 lead changes, 5 cautions for 18 laps. So, very clean race when you look at it for the most part. Let's take a look at their final results. Shelton going to get the win. Hanner going to get 2nd. Tyler Siffer, Jason Stout, Aaron Maspero. Your top 5. Roper, Smith, Tiller, Pajari, and Powell going to get top 10. McEachern finishing 11th. Jason Miller, actually, Aaron started last, so nice job for him. Miller, Phillips, Little, Mitchell, Bergeron, 16th. Fonseca finishing 17th. Waddell Walker, who had a very fast car, going to finish 19th. And Jake Forster in 20th. Brad Miller, McLean, Nichols, Backer, McCullough, Perry's, or Perlis, I believe it's pronounced, and then Logan Clampett. Had a good run early, smacked the wall, and that was all she wrote for him in the 27th position when it is all over. So great job, great race. Appreciate everybody watching. Nicholas Shelton getting the win. We'll come back again next Thursday from Vegas. We'll broadcast the NIS Open for that at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Hopefully you guys can come back for that. I don't have any planned streams in between then, but just keep it out. Facebook page for Races Only TV. Look it up there. Or if you know me well, I'll put post out saying when I'm coming on. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Enjoy Atlanta this weekend, and have fun.